Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. What are three key areas that families should focus on when saving for educational expenses? National Financial Literacy Month is celebrated in April, which is a great opportunity for us to check and promote our financial situation and skills. Joining me is Mike Coffey, Vice President of Insurance and 529 Sales at Franklin Templeton, to discuss. Mike, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Great. Thanks for having us, Jill.
You got it. And college savings is a very important piece of the financial planning life cycle for families and retail investors. What are 529 plans and how do I choose one?
Yeah, and as you look at a 529 plan, it's used to be known as a college savings plan, but today I like to think of it more broadly as an education savings plan. It's a tax-advantaged investment plan that allows almost any adult, whether it's a parent, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, even a friend, to help pay for someone's education, regardless of their income level. So the earnings are going to grow federally income tax free, and the money is always owned and controlled by the person who set up the account, not the beneficiary. And the 529 plans are not just for traditional four-year colleges. They can be used for K through 12 tuition, apprenticeships, programs, student loan repayments. And when you think about the tax benefits, they can be used to pay for qualified education expenses. And I don't want you to just think of tuition, think of so much more, like computer equipment to housing, and the list goes on.
What are three key areas families should focus on when saving for educational expenses?
When you think about the three key areas that they really should be focusing on, I think it's going to be one, tax mitigation. It's going to be two, rising costs, and three, there's hidden benefits there. So let me first start by mentioning the federal gift allowance. It's been raised to $16,000 annually for 2022. Now, this is available to everyone, no matter what state you reside. And if you take advantage of a 5-year forward gifting option, it's $80,000 for single filers, and for married couples filing jointly, it's $160,000. So this opportunity provides a great tax mitigation and gifting strategy when you really apply it to 529 contributions. And as I mentioned earlier, the earnings grow tax deferred in a 529 plan, while the withdrawals are generally federally tax-free. So if they're used for qualified expenses. So if you don't like paying taxes, and me being one of those people, this could be ideal. As we look at the second one, college cost, I have 3 kids. The projected costs of college are scary. And I think it's important for everyone to take advantage of free money. And if you think about just last year alone, there was $3.75 billion in scholarships that went unused. So no matter what your financial situation is, I think it's important to take time to submit a FAFSA form and really utilize some of the tools offered to uncover ways to make paying for college a lot less burdensome. Lastly, when we discuss 529 plans, there's a lot of unique benefits. And for example, when opening up a new Franklin Templeton 529 plan, the state of New Jersey offers a dollar-for-dollar match of up to $750 to New Jersey residents with an income of less than $75,000. New Jersey also offers a state income tax deduction for contributions into our two 529 plans. So contributions up to $10,000 per year, the taxpayer are eligible if you make less than $200,000 in income.
Oh, wow.
And then to hit on that last one is, there's some hidden benefits there. And when you think about New Jersey beneficiaries, they may be eligible for tax-free scholarship of up to $3,000. So the scholarship depends on how long you've held the account and how much money you've invested, but I think that's an important attribute.
Well, this New Jersey resident is happy to hear that. I did not realize that you could do matching up to a certain dollar amount for New Jersey. Mike, to wrap up here, what's the significance for the announcement between Franklin Templeton and Nasdaq? How do you see the investor experience changing now that investors can search your 529s with searchable symbols?
Yeah, and partnering with Nasdaq so that investors can search the Franklin Templeton investment options via search symbols really allows an easier way to access the data. Since Nasdaq symbols may already be used by investors for other investment vehicles, it may help further spread the word about saving in 529 plans. We also, appreciate a second source of rating system by Nasdaq to provide investors additional perspective. So anything we can do to help make the process of saving for education easier is something that we really strive to do. Additionally, obviously, this Trade Talk series during Financial Literacy Month and through the content in the Smart Investing section of your site, Franklin Templeton couldn't be more excited to be part of these efforts, not just this month, but going forward.
All right. Agree with you there. Financial literacy all year round is certainly key, Mike. Thank you for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.